could you do this to us?
I never meant for this to happen.
Hamilton, you lied to me.
It started like any other quiet evening at home, until everything changed. Dinner was done, and I was casually scrolling through my emails when Melissa, my wife of 7 years, walked into the dining room. She looked tense, her fingers tapping nervously on her phone. Something about her felt wrong, though I never could have guessed what she was about to say. She sat down across from me, avoiding my eyes, and in a hesitant voice admitted, "I need to tell you something. I'll be going on a short trip with Ryan." For a second, I just stared at her, waiting for her to laugh and say it was a joke. But Ryan wasn't some random name. He was her ex, the man she had supposedly left in the past. Hearing she planned to travel with him hit me like a blow to the gut. My mind resisted it, convinced I'd misheard. My wife, the person I trusted, telling me she intended to go away with her ex. Who does that? Yet she sat there, steady, lips pressed tight, eyes fixed on the table like she was bracing for the storm. That's when I knew she wasn't bluffing. The silence between us was heavy. My chest felt like it might cave in, but I forced myself to stay calm. If I exploded, she'd twist it, call me jealous, insecure, maybe even controlling. I refused to give her that weapon. Finally, I asked the only question that mattered. Why? My tone stayed even, though anger boiled beneath the surface. She launched into a polished excuse. It was for work, she claimed. Ryan had connections that could help her career, and I just needed to trust her. The way she spoke, casual, dismissive, turned my stomach. She wasn't disguising her betrayal. She was presenting it as if it were reasonable. That's when it hit me. This wasn't thoughtlessness, it was arrogance. And then I noticed her eyes. She kept sneaking glances, waiting for me to explode. She wanted me to beg or shout, to lash out so she could twist the story and paint me as controlling or paranoid. It was a setup, and she assumed I'd walk right into it. But I didn't. I let her finish, giving nothing away, just a faint nod, my face unreadable. She had rehearsed every line, but she didn't expect silence. When her words faded, the quiet returned. I leaned back, met her eyes, and spoke only 2 words. "Don't worry." The effect was instant. She froze, her mouth slightly open, expecting me to plead or rage. Instead, I was calm, too calm, and it rattled her in ways shouting never could. Her composure cracked, confusion flickering across her face. My lack of anger disarmed her completely. Her voice even wavered when she echoed my words, "Don't worry." That's it. I said nothing. I just held her gaze for a moment, then went back to my emails as though the conversation hadn't happened. That's when she realized something had shifted. I wasn't clinging. I wasn't the desperate husband she thought I was. My calm had a weight she hadn't prepared for, and it terrified her. All night she circled back, asking if I was upset, if I cared, if I even loved her. Her voice rose as she tried to provoke me, but I stayed unmoved. Those 2 words, my silence, hung between us, heavier than any argument. The more I refused to react, the more unsteady she became. She thought she held the power, but in truth, it was already gone. By morning, I wasn't waiting for her to pack for her so-called trip. While she showered, I quietly gathered my own things and left divorce papers on the counter with a note. "Don't worry. I'm done." No arguments, no explanations, just the truth in writing. When she walked out and saw the papers, the color drained from her face. By then, I was already leaving the house, my head held high. Melissa had believed she could toy with my emotions, parade her ex in front of me, and I'd still be there when she got back. But she was wrong. The moment she mentioned traveling with him, our marriage ended. My 2-word reply only sealed it. It was my way of saying, I won't fight for someone who doesn't respect me. In the end, what broke her wasn't rage, tears, or a dramatic scene. It was the calm certainty she never expected. Because sometimes the sharpest revenge isn't noise or chaos. Sometimes it's just 2 quiet words, spoken with finality. 2 words that mark the exact moment you walk away for good.